How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, and today we have the Nightcrawler build here for you. As you might have guessed, we're using the Night Gear, sneaky little assassin, so we're using the Sword of Night, Claws of Night, and also the Keen Smith strip daggers with piercing throw, the Shield of Night, Golden Order seal for buffs, and the Helm of Night, Armor of Night, but then the Black Knight gauntlets and greaves to get little more poise. So now, as far as the talismans goes, we have a little bit of flexibility here. I wanted to choose ones for me personally that would suit my playstyle and not have to be changed out based on the situation, whether you're fighting regular enemies or bosses. So you may want to change things here, but we're using the Speared Talisman, the Ancestral Spirit Horn to get FP back. This is a FP hungry build. Millicent's prosthesis, and Shard of Alexander. Now, other considerations for talismans here that you can do the Godfrey icon because the Sword of Night skill is a chargeable one. Also, you can slot in the Crusade talisman to gain attack power when you kill enemies, and also the Claw talisman if you're doing a lot of jump attacks and stuff like that. So definitely some things to consider. Also, if you wanted to, you'd put the sacrificial axe on to get FP back on kills, get a little bit more FP back since this is a FP hungry build. And the smithing talisman would certainly be another consideration here as well, considering we have the smith's grip daggers on, and you can throw the claws of night with R2 attacks and the scatter shot throw, the Ash of War on it. I was also thinking about the dagger talisman for getting criticals, but honestly, I don't think with this build you're going to be stance breaking a lot of enemies. In our wondrous juice box, we have the Thorny Crack Dealer and Spike Crack Tier. And for spells, we're using Golden Vow and Flame Grant Me Strength. So for this build, you're probably going to want 60 Vigor. I mean, I feel like that's pretty standard now with the DLC. And then you're going to want to meet stat requirements, and then pretty much everything else at that point you want to dump in the decks. And if you do want to use the buffs that I'm using, obviously you got to meet the stat requirements there too. But this one's a lot of fun, throwing claws and daggers and sneaking up behind enemies, creeping up in the dark. It's just a ton of fun. Are you going to be doing game-breaking, insane damage? No, probably not. But if you get decks up to 80, you're going to be doing some pretty respectable damage, I feel like. Personally, my dex isn't even up that high, as you guys probably saw at the beginning of the video. So eventually I probably will get that there, but see what this build can do. But like I said, ton of fun. Sneaky little assassin running around. So that's about it for this one. So let me know in the comments if you guys have tried a similar build out, how it did in combat and whatnot, and tell me what you think. So hopefully you are all doing well. Stay tuned. More coming at you. Take care.